Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to learn more from me, I have a lot of classes on Udemy. You can find the links to a lot of those in the description. So, one of the things that I think about from time to time, and I get a lot of requests for this with Magic for Hire, and I have done some spell work towards these kinds of scenarios because people really want it. But I just kind of thought maybe I'd stick my foot on the soapbox for a minute and rant about it a little. So, relationship magic or using magic to improve your relationships is a really, really great thing, especially when you can actually do it along with your partner, because then you can both have that shared intent and shared vision of where you want to go. And then it's more likely to happen because, you have your intentions and your desires in alignment. Basically, as long as the two of you are shooting towards the same target at the same bullseye, yeah, why the hell not? That's awesome. Even in a relationship, you can do different spell work for each other's benefit. My lady has done spell work for me to have certain successes at different things, and I've done spells for her to have successes at certain things, things like that. But that is that's all well and good. But I have a lot of people that you know, they get broken up with, and then they come looking on you know like different sites and whatnot, saying that they want some magical help with getting their ex back, and they got cheated on and they want to have some revenge and whatnot. That's all well and good, because hey, if you cheat or whatever, my personal opinion, I dislike you. But um those that want or think that magic alone can bring back an ex, and it'll wipe away or gloss over or paint over any of the negativity that caused that breakup, anything that might have anything that you might have contributed to that breakup, or the other person might have contributed to that breakup. Let's just bury the hatchet and get back together and stuff. Everything will be hunky dory and happily ever after and blah blah. Stuff doesn't work like that, you know? Um, I like to go with the idea that they're an X for a reason, and therefore the universe has already pushed the two of you apart, you know? And this isn't, of course, every circumstance because, each of us comes into a relationship with different triggers, past background, negativity, blah 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 blah, and it's our responsibility to look at ourselves and fix that stuff. I actually just made a reel for Insta on deep held beliefs and whatnot, saying that what you manifest is based on your deep held beliefs, and the fact is that we can manifest relationship problems. If you've ever had the same kind of problem happen over and over and over and over and over again in your work life or family situations, every holiday is the same and it always sucks and blah blah blah, or even in your relationships, why does this always happen to me, da, 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 stuff like that. We are manifesting that stuff, right? We're invoking that stuff. We've programmed that into the universal computer vis-a-vis the information model, or we are magnetizing that to us vis-a-vis the energy model. And we could even argue that you can create thought forms around that kind of stuff and attracting that kind of stuff if you want to go with the spirit model of magic. But long story short, we create the negativity that comes into our lives, whether it's by our own hand or maybe the other person that we are with. So if you're wanting to do magic to get your ex back, it comes with a lot of complications. Getting back at your ex is much easier than getting your ex back. Why? Because it's much easier to just, send a vengeful, karmic slap at somebody with magic and whatnot than it is to want to get past and repair any of the negativity that broke the two of you up in the first place. You got the decision that other person might have made where they they don't want to have anything to do with you anymore because there's too much pain and whatnot there. And that emotional blockage and them being flooded with all of those emotions is basically going to block any magical energy or influence from being able to change that. I've always argued that there's like this hurdle that you have to get over with relationship magic where your desire, willpower, and whatnot has to be stronger than that person's desire or reasoning or whatever that caused that other person to break up with your client. Um, you know, in order to work because I'm sure many of us have been in this situation. Honestly, not me, but you ever like have someone break up with you and then you go back to them and you're begging them to take you back and then they won't do it? It's that willpower wall that you run into, that kind of thing. And this is what can kind of make the relationship magic difficult just to, actually work in the first place. But then again, even if it does work, then let's say that, you, you do a spell to get back with your ex. Well, why did they become an ex in the first place? Chances are, if you don't work on that issue and you guys don't eventually talk about it, or you don't fix whatever it was that you fed into it, and they don't fix whatever it was that fed into the fact that you happen to have broken up, it's going to cycle around and you're gonna do it again. So, you know, we can't bury things in the closet all the time and oh hey everything's hunky-dory now because we're back together. That doesn't work because those things are going to creep out of the closet only stays so closed for so long, which is why we have to dig down into what our subconscious motives are, what our deepest thoughts are, what our deepest feelings are. Even if you get back with this other person, you might always have a fear that they are going to break up with you again or something like that. That is going to feed negativity into the relationship. Basically, negativity is what brought the two of you apart, and the negativity will still be there unless the two of you work on that negativity in between the two of you, or the negativity that you have that's seething and is 100% your fault, and the negativity that they have that they bring into the relationship that is 100% their fault. There's always, both sides to every story and blah, 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 blah. But this is what makes relationship and love magic an absolute pain in the butt. So, yeah. Sorry about that rant for a bit. Hopefully you stuck with it, and let me know what you think. Good hunting.